What are your plans?
I am returning to Trinidad to liberate my brothers and sisters from the enslavement of the British colonialists.
What about the charges you were facing? How did you leave England?
They are liars and cowards. If they had anything against me but their fear of me, I'd be tried and jailed.
Thus, as a direct result, on the 16th of May 1975, in Royal Jail, Port of Spain, the prison superintendent arrived at a cell door at dawn, and he handed Michael de Freitas, the prisoner waiting inside, the dismissal of his last appeal, signed Elizabeth R. Michael was hooded, then led to the gallows under armed guard, and, while there's no death penalty in our own country, Michael was hanged by the neck by royal command until Michael X, also known as Abdul Malik, was pronounced dead. Years before, Michael had said that the monarchy would last longer if Her Majesty were to have a black baby. The British press were appalled, as they assumed his flip remark meant that Michael was offering his services as a stud. On death row, Michael fell to wondering if my chickena caught me up. Then he'd say, with a fatalistic grin, "So, now I'm in a cell in her royal jail, and now it's her powerful royal noose that sends me to her kingdom come. Can you dig it?" In his cage, a light bulb would burn throughout the night. "We hear the flying of the trap," Michael told visitors, and he'd indicate the death chamber just a few feet away. Then he'd whisper, "We can hear it distinctly." He'd also hear a Lord Kitchener calypso coming through the death row's radio macabre crackle. When the judge accepted the verdict, he let the hammer bang. Malik, he say nothing, but Queen say one to hang. For in the words of Lord Diplock, the senior presiding judge, their lordships will humbly advise Her Majesty that the appeal should be dismissed. His death warrant had been signed by the Queen on the 14th of May, 1975. And when what the monarch had thinkingly or unthinkingly signed had been conveyed to the Governor-General, Michael would say to his wife, Desiree, "Better go home. This is no place for you, pretty girl." In a manuscript smuggled out of death row, Michael described how on a Wednesday the voices of all the prisoners would acquire a higher pitch, for those in the cells lived in dread of an impending message from the Governor-General. Each week, death row's inhabitants were prepared for execution, which fell on a Friday. "You are weighed," Michael wrote. "The trap of the gallows is greased. All await the dreaded word. Greetings, if your time has arrived. Then, if it has, from the office at the far end of the corridor come some officials. They'll stand in front of your cell, and they'll salute you with this word from the Governor-General. Greetings." Everyone waits for that terrible word.